Ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to announce that the winner of the August 2021 Patreon Mega Vote-a-thon Extravaganza Smorgasbord is, under pressure, Campfire. This bell goes out to all the patrons. Thank you so much for your support and your participation. And if you would like to think that the link's in the description. Oh yeah, I had to write this down to figure it out. You might as well get the paper to follow along. You'll find it on my website. It's free, RyanLStudios.com show notes, but the title is in super secret backwards code, so no ne'er-do-wells can horn in on our super secret information. The opposite of under pressure is, of course, an environment in which there is no pressure, outer space. You're looking for International Space Station. First, of course, we've got the signature Ice Ice Baby intro. It's totally different. We're going to be on the A string 5th fret. And then on the E string 5th fret, that's a D note and an A note. We could play the D string and then the A string, but then we have no control over the notes ringing out or not. Very different, right? So A5, E5, give it a little palm mute. And so forth. Doot, doot. That's a G chord. And then a D chord. But you notice when I sung it, I sung up. Doot, doot. But when you do this, you kind of hear down because that G note on E3 becomes an F sharp note going down on E2. When you hit the D chord, there's a great way to do it in the correct motion, so to speak. It would be like this. But the problem is, if we do it like that, we got D5, G7, and B8. That's a different way to play G. And then we could do G7, B7, E5. That's a different way to play D. The only problem is it's really hard to get back to our Ice Ice Baby situation if we do that. So instead of playing D like this, let's just make a concession and play our A-shaped bar chord, 5, 7, 7, 7, starting on the A string. We're going to go, and when you hit that D, G, D, that's our first Ice Ice Baby note. If you want. When we get to the verse, this thing, that is an F-shaped D. Here, listen. A D-shaped A, a D-shaped G, and an F-shaped A. So, you could play the chords just like regular. D, A, G, and back to A with a, that's the B string, 2, 3, 2, open, land on G2. However, the bass makes a point to do this during the verse. D, C sharp, not A, B, not G, and A, like A. So, I'm going to amend that a little bit and play D just like regular. But then I'm going to play A with a C sharp in the bass. That's one finger A plus a finger on A string, 4th fret. There's already a C sharp in an A chord. It's right there on the B string, 2nd fret. So playing A with a C sharp in the bass is not changing the A really at all, except to put some note other than A in the bass. Then, to accentuate that B in our G, look, there it is, I'm going to play G with a B in the bass. So I'm going to mute the E string and not put a finger on it. Then to regular A, so D, A with a C sharp in the bass, the C sharp came in eventually, and here's our A. One more time, D, A with a C sharp in the bass, G with a B in the bass, A. It's the terror of knowing what this world is about. This part's great. You could just play G and A over and over again. But you might notice that the bass is playing one note only in this part, and it's G. So he's literally going, well, the band is playing G and A. So let's play A with the G in the bass this time. Regular G, followed by one finger A, and keep that middle finger on the E string, 3rd fret. I love this. It's like that new chord is going up from G to A, but that G is hanging on down there. That's what it sounds like to me anyways. Over and over again, and at the end of that, we're going to play D with an F sharp in the bass. That is E2, G2, B3, aka the better man chord, followed by G and A. So, I forget. So, skip ahead. Here we go, the N. Better man chord, G, A. And you'll notice that after that D with an F sharp in the bass, I put. So they do that. You can do that if you want. Under pressure. Turned away from it all like a blind man. Take it way down and play G, C. Again. One more time. And on this C, there's a little fill there you can do if you want. It's B1 to open, G2 to open, and D2 to open. But that D2 to open is really quick. Into the next part, which I divided here because this is where it really starts to build. After our fill, A minor, F, and now I really believe that this is another thing where the bass hangs on F and band kind of sort of goes up to G, and I just really wanted to emphasize this B note in the G, so I'm going to play this G, you play regular G, I'm going to play G like this, E3, and then G4. See if you think that matches. We got A minor, F, 2, 3, 4, special G, F, 2, 3, 4, special G, then A, major, minor, and 2 majors. To the why don't you give love part. This is great. Coming out of that A build-up. G, D, G, A, repeat, G, D, G, A, over and over again, and at one point when we hit that G, D, that D becomes the verse we've been doing. D, A with a C sharp in the bass or regular A, G with a B in the bass or regular G, and A, this is the love is an old-fashioned word section. So, G, D, G, here it comes, G verse. Over and over again there too. It does that until the last dance part. Did you notice that that's our G, A with a G in the bass section, just like before, and just like before, it ends with better man chord, G, A, and then Ice Ice Baby. I know. And here you can. It's our D shape on frets 5 and 6, no, 7 and 8. And 2 frets higher, back into that. And at the very end, for a nice resolution, you can end on a D even though the song doesn't give you that satisfaction. That is my take on Under Pressure Campfire. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that was fun and helpful, and I will see you next time with more stuff. Goodbye.